What happens when a 2-hour drive turns into 3.5 hours of San Francisco traffic chaos?
Well, you switch drivers, get into an argument, and begin to wonder if the trip is worth it. Spoiler alert, it was.
Join us for 36 hours in Santa Rosa and Sonoma County as we explore Snoopy's hometown, discover hidden art gems, sip champagne with vineyard views, and chase the perfect sunset at Point Reyes. We're Zeke and Terri, empty nest midlife travel adventurers from the San Francisco Bay Area.
After nearly getting divorced and rebooting our relationship, we decided to focus on our shared passion for travel and adventure.
We launched this channel to inspire other empty nesters to get out, get dirty, and live this crazy thing called life by exploring places both near and far.
Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures. We left the baker next door where I got a lovely cappuccino and a croissant. It was a perfect croissant. We've been sitting in traffic for almost an hour and a half, and we haven't even made it into Golden Gate Park. We had wanted to go to the Luther Burbank Home and Gardens to walk around before we had lunch, and went to the Charles Schulz. Yep, the Charles Schulz of Snoopy and Linus and Lucy and Charlie Brown.
Wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah.
Now we're just gonna go straight to the museum, grab some lunch, and then see what we have time for before our 3 o'clock at the Iron Horse Vineyards. So it's been 2 hours and we are detouring. We went along the beach. Zeke was about to completely lose it and needed a bathroom break.
It was an epic coffee drop. Between the coffee drop and being now in the passenger seat, my attitude has changed.
Well, I basically kicked you out of the driver's seat because you were so upset. You were driving erratically, and I was concerned for my safety.
Well, at least we would have totaled this car, which you don't want anyway.
Which we don't want, but we're not going to get enough for it. It's not quite going as planned, but
That's the adventure. That's the adventure.
Oh my God.
Zeke and Terry's traffic adventures.
You are so losing it. Oh my God, don't turn left here! Ah!
Well, it's good to see that you're handling things much better than I was.
Black. Charlie Brown and Snoopy are so nostalgic from our childhood. It looks like Sparky, Charles Schulz, really became quite popular with Peanuts, a name that he didn't really like. What a charming, charming museum.
Yeah. Apparently his kindergarten teacher said, "You're going to be an artist."
They have a special exhibit right now that covers the Beagle Scout, I think. Super, super cute. I'm just walking right through it and then seeing the memorabilia just reminded me of so much of what we had growing up. And for some of you lucky subscribers to our Postcards from the Road, you are going to get postcards. And if you are not a subscriber, you can join us at zekeandterri.com and fill in your information on the Postcards from the Road. We are in Santa Rosa for lunch. The place that our friends John and Sherry recommended is closed for good, so we ended up at Augie's French and had an incredible lunch. One of the cool things about downtown Santa Rosa is they have the old courthouse square and this beautiful hotel, the Hotel E. They were doing an art exhibition in there, and we got a piece of art.
Kim Winters?
Kim Winter. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description to her Instagram so you can go check it out. It's whimsical but beautiful. And this reminds me a little bit of Egon Schiele, a Viennese artist or an Austrian artist that we discovered when we were in Vienna back in the fall. We are so spoiled by how amazing the weather has been today and to live where we do. Right now we are at Iron Horse Vineyards, and if you can see behind us, look at this. It's absolutely exquisite. We used to be wine club members here a long time ago, but then Zeke stopped drinking and I couldn't justify opening up a bottle of champagne and then not drinking all of it, and we know that that's not healthy. They have 24 different kinds now. They used to just have like 10 to 12 and they keep expanding, but it's still, what'd he say, 14,000 cases a year? It's pretty much still a boutique operation.
One little production line, so they're working that puppy every day, every week. Make a reservation, you pay for your tasting experience, but if you buy 3 bottles, it gets waived.
They do tours Monday through Thursday mornings. They made special exception for us to do it on a Wednesday afternoon, which I didn't really realize, but if you're watching Iron Horse Vineyards, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, we're gonna go hit the Flamingo, check in, and go get some dinner.
Yep, let's go.
Well, we checked into the second room at the Flamingo. The first one seemed to be missing some furniture, and when we went back and mentioned it, they were like, oh, yeah, we've been having problems with people taking the furniture.
We asked, they upgraded us to a premier room, which is really kind of strange. So I think next time
we might move on.
We're going to move on to something else, which is kind of disappointing. We are going to try some of the amenities. I think you want to go do the steam and the sauna. I don't want to have to redo my hair.
I'm going to have to redo my hair either way.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot up there.
On top or inside?
Top or inside. We're going to go have some dinner, I think, and then try to get some sleep. I've got some work to do. Ooh, and I got the postcards today, so I have some postcards to address.
So I am sweating in defeat.
Victorious.
I think the pickleball had my number today.
Well, I mean, I do play a lot of racket sports.
This is true.
Man, what an incredible day. Gorgeous pickleball courts.
We've got to check out of a room, so we've got to get showers done, and then we will be off to the Luther Burbank Gardens. So we're at the Luther Burbank Home and Gardens in Santa Rosa, California, on a spectacular day in the middle of January. It's a quick visit. Impressive what he was able to generate out of such a small plot of ground, but apparently over 800 varieties and hybrids and things that he developed that were used, and probably even more that is not even known about.
because apparently he didn't really have a scientific process. He had more of a self-interest process and developed stuff that he ended up selling into the trade that over time has just been lost. Unfortunately, the gift shop and the house itself are only open April to October. We talked to Chris, who's the garden coordinator here, and she wants to make it so that things are blooming year round.
It's a beautiful, quick visit, and if you know me, I like it with little crowds. So I prefer when it's closed up and you just walk around and enjoy.
If you're putting together a 2 to 3 day itinerary for Santa Rosa and Sebastopol, I would definitely add this to your list. So we quickly came by the Warm Puppy Cafe, which is affiliated with the Schulz Museum, and it really is very cute. Very nostalgic. There's a little room that's a party room that reminds us of Golden Skate, where we went roller skating when we were kids and would go to birthday parties. Do you remember that?
I had a birthday party there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That's how cool I was.
My mother threw a surprise 10th birthday party for us, and we had it at Golden Skate. So I too was cool. We came here on the strong recommendation of Valerie, who works at the store next door in downtown Santa Rosa. This is apparently her happy place, and we can see why. It's pretty darn cute. What about going ice skating?
My HMO doesn't cover that.
Well, we are outside the California Visitor Center in Santa Rosa, and have you ever been in a California Visitor Center before?
Well, I've never been a California visitor, so I guess I never thought I was welcome.
Yeah, this is true. It felt kind of redundant to go into one.
I was able to get some information about the train line heading out of Santa Rosa that hopefully will turn into a rail trail at some point in time to be able to go all the way up to Eureka.
The train actually comes up here and then goes down to the ferry to go to San Francisco. Inside, there is like a mini railroad exhibit, history exhibit. It's very tiny, as well as a little Charles Schulz exhibit.
All right, we are off to go see some more art.
And to see our friends John and Sherry. Zeke? Well, we're not in Bloomfield, where we just spent a lovely hour and 15 minutes, which was not enough time, with somebody that we both went to high school with and his beautiful wife. Both of them are artists, and not only do they live in this amazingly gorgeous space, they have their art throughout their gardens and their house, and with their sheep and ducks and cats, and it was a sanctuary. She does mosaics, he does metal work, in addition to, she also does paintings, and we managed to pick up a piece. So thank you, Sherry, for our wall of local women artists. You might have heard us mention John and Sherry in past videos because they have given us all sorts of recommendations for restaurants and places to go, and we're even going to Zurich in May because of their recommendation, because they were there this past fall. So special thanks to John and Sherry. And if you have recommendations for where we should go, where we should eat, where we should stay, or activities that we should do, go ahead and drop us a line at zekeandterri@gmail.com, or just zekeandterri.com. You can go ahead and drop us a note there.
Right, and then we can come visit your house too.
Oh my gosh, do you think people would let us come visit them at their house?
No. Not at all.
Why did we have to cut our visit short?
Because we are going to go check out the sunset on the coast. So we have got to get there before the sun goes down.
We're going to try to get to the lighthouse to be able to see it from there.
Well, we're not going to get there any faster standing here.
So let's go. So we made it just in time for sunset at the Point Reyes Lighthouse. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go walk down the 313 wicked steps down to the lighthouse. The sun's set into the cloud bank, but it's still absolutely spectacular. It is getting chilly though.
It is cold.
So it's.
But glad you've got the faux fur on.
I am nice and warm and toasty as we continue to look for more Thule elk.
Oh, those were gorgeous.
The antlers were just insane. You should absolutely come if you're in the area. Highly, highly recommend. Some moments are worth every detour, every traffic jam, and every unexpected turn. Speaking of unexpected turns, we now have 48 hours to replan our next trip due to fires on the coast. Where will we go, and can we do it? We'll find out in next week's video.